NFL Week 2, and you're watching the 4Ps. What are those? Parlays, player props, and predictions. In this video, I talk about my anytime touchdown parlay of the week, which missed by one leg last week. We're bouncing back in week 2. I also have a couple player props. We'll end the video with a parlay on a daily fantasy app. But before that, let's dive into things. My name is Austin. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, spending some of your time to lock in these winners. And I'm going to hope to make you guys some money this weekend, just like we've done so far this NFL season. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it on Thursday as we did go 1-2, although really it was really just more or less a break-even day. We split on our player props, both a half unit. Jordan Love was free. Terry McLaurin ended with 48. Honestly, not a great read. The fact he even got close. Probably should have cashed, but he did not come through. We'll take it. We'll move on. Let's have a great Sunday and dive into things. Up a little over 3 units so far on the season. Let's dive into things. At the end of the video, I will have a Betr entry. I've talked about Betr a ton this NFL season because they're one of my favorite sponsors on the channel. Again, if you sign up using my code SHOT, they're giving you a free $10. You don't have to make a deposit. That's a pretty dang good offer. But also, if you do make a deposit, they're giving you up to $200 in bonus on your first deposit. And you get this Justin Jefferson free pick for him to get 1 yard. Take advantage of that. All the details are down below, as well as all my other sponsors and stuff like that. Details down below. It's free money. Don't leave it on the table. Let's dive into our touchdown parlay. First, we need to bring up the sad news. That would be last week's TD parlay. Missed by one leg, Jahmyr Gibbs. We need better from you. This week, if we go 3 for 4, we're going to walk away profitable. Let's talk about why. Here's my 4 guys. We got James Conner back for more. David Montgomery, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. Now, this 4-legger is plus 1,380 odds on DraftKings. $20 on this turns into almost 300. Now, I'm playing the ghost leg promo. What the heck is that? That is a promo on DraftKings where if one of the legs doesn't hit, but you hit the other 3, in this case, you would still make money, and they would basically just pretend like that one leg that lost didn't happen. That's exactly what would have happened last week. If we played it, we would have won and cashed our TD parlay. If we go 3 for 4 on this slip, we make money. $20 is the most you can play on it, at least for me. So I would track this as a 0.2 unit play. If we go 3 for 4 on DK, we're walking away profitable. Let's try to get it done and cash those ones. Love all their matchups. I think Jamar and T both could realistically get into the end zone. I think at least one of them does. So if at least one of them does, James and David, do your jobs, and at least we walk away profitable there. Let's cash our touchdown parlay of the week. But let's also dive into some player props for this game. If you do not know, we post 3 videos for NFL Sundays. The first one that was already posted earlier this week, it was our week 2 best bets. We go through every single game. We give you our game picks. So if you're looking for spreads, totals, and stuff like that, that video is already live. We go through every single game. They're all time stamped in that video. So if you're just curious about maybe the Chiefs and Eagles game, or you're just curious about a random game, you can check that out. Video will be linked down below. Later on Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we post our 60-second player props where I give out 5 or 6 picks, and I have 60 seconds to explain each of them and try to get you to bet on them. So again, it's a really cool video. I want to say we have 5 or 6 picks. I just sent them out. One of them is a plus 500 play. So again, if you want to check out that video, might already be live by the time you're watching this. If you're watching it late Saturday or Sunday morning, go check out those videos. Both linked down below or at the end of the video. But you guys came here for winners. Let's start with this player prop. Dak Prescott. Love is over 243.5 passing yards, which is currently minus 114 on FanDuel, a 1-unit play for the Cowboys QB. Now, the Cowboys, we know they played on Thursday Night Football against the Eagles. A weird game. Dak had a decent game, but I mean, they had the lightning delay in that third quarter, and just that third quarter just was a disaster after that lightning delay. But Dak Prescott, I think, is in for a terrific spot here as they are back at home taking on the G-Men, the Giants. Now, this game, I think, actually remains close. I'm not betting on the Giants, but the fact the Giants are only 5.5 after what they showed us in week 1 is kind of like feeling like Cowboys are the easiest pick of the week, which nothing in the NFL is easy. But Dak Prescott, as I said last week, only 188 yards, 127 of them came in the first half. But I feel like everything went against him. He had a weather delay. He had so many drops in the second half. We all know that from CeeDee Lamb. They also, you look at the running backs, Javonte played well, and Miles Sanders had a 49-yard run. That ain't happening again. And then the Eagles committed 110 yards worth of penalties, including a deep pass interference on George Pickens. So again, if those things don't go against him, we're probably looking at Dak easily soaring over 250 yards. There's a reason he's one of my favorite NFL futures of the year. Dak has also played really well at home, and especially against the Giants. His last 3 home starts versus the G-Men, 404, 261, and 302 passing yards. So again, dominating this defense. Last week, we saw Jaden Daniels and the Commanders take on this G-Men, this Giants defense. And he only had 231 yards, but they went 4 for 11 on third down, and they had 220 rushing yards. I would bet by life savings that the Cowboys do not get 220 rushing yards in this game. I just don't think they're capable of it. And I really think Dak is going to be in for a big day. I looked at props for CeeDee Lamb, looked at props for George Pickens. I don't know which one to target. I think both of them could have big games. I love Dak Prescott's over in yards, first player prop for NFL Sunday. Tail it. Dak's putting up a massive day on Sunday. My second play, I believe we go to the late window out to Arizona, where I'm backing a road guy. It's Chuba Hubbard. I'm taking his over 14.5 rushing attempts, minus 130 on FanDuel. Now, again, just a one-unit play here. Chuba Hubbard, I think, easily clears the 15.5. If I were the one to price this line, I think it should be 16.5 or 17.5, honestly. That's probably what we'll see in the coming weeks. But I think given it's still week 2, they're still going to be a little bit conservative with these lines. I'll bet in on Chuba Hubbard, who is a workhorse back for the Panthers. Now, I know they signed away Rico Dowdle, but he didn't really play a whole lot in week 1. And the Panthers offense looked like a disaster. Bryce Young, I mean, he was putting some balls in good spots, and the receivers weren't helping him out a ton, but he also just did not look good. And they got smoked in that game. I mean, they lost that one by 2+ touchdowns. They were never really competitive there. And even in that game, Chuba Hubbard, 16 carries. So we still cashed this prop. We need 15 rush attempts. He had 16 in a game that wasn't even competitive. Bryce Young went 18 for 35. They lost by 16 points. So in a very negative game script, he's still cashing. And that goes to show you that's what Chuba Hubbard is. He's their bell cow, and they still want to run the football. Now, last week, the Saints running backs actually had some good success against the Cardinals, 4.5 yards per carry. And I actually kind of like this Cardinal secondary. I think they're an underrated unit. So I don't know, if Ted McMillan has a big day, given that Will Johnson he was great in week 1. But at the end of the day, they threw the ball 46 times the Saints last week. I still think Chuba Hubbard is a guy that the Panthers do not want to throw it 40+ times. They don't even want to throw it 30 times if they can avoid it. Last year, we saw Chuba Hubbard, same exact matchup against the Cardinals, 25 rush attempts. He had a big day. I don't need 25 from him, but I really think this is the guy that controls majority of the game script for the Panthers. They're still running the football, even if they're down 2+ scores. They don't need Bryce Young dropping back 35 times. Chuba should get his attempts. Rico really wasn't a big role in week 1. Chuba still played almost 70% of snaps, and that was a game that got away from him. If this game's even remotely competitive, which it could be, Panthers certainly can't look worse than they did last week. I think Chuba Hubbard can easily clear this line, 15 rush attempts. I don't mind his rush yards. For a guy like Chuba, though, I'm always targeting the rush attempts for him. That's more his case. Even if he's running 2-3 yards a carry, they're still pounding the rock because that's what they want to do. Really like his over and rush attempts. Before I get into my better entry, I need to have another play. Let's talk with this. And man, I hate to do it. This week, third pick is going to be some Dub Club exclusive plays. Again, it's not technically a third pick. I get it. But I have 3 props this week that are Dub Club exclusive for 1.5 units. If you want them, you can join. It's only $5. The link is below. Last week, our Dub Club exclusive play, Josh Jacobs under and rush yard smacked. This week, I got 3 props. One of them is a half-unit play. The second and third one are on the same player. I just diversified into a half unit for each of them. So again, 1.5 units on a couple player props exclusive to the Dub Club. You won't find them anywhere else except in the Dub Club / Discord. You can get in there. There's a bunch of different perks for it. You get all the plays early. Lines move. Join it. You get those exclusive plays. We'll likely also have exclusive parlays posted there Sunday morning. So again, tap into that. If you're like, Austin, I don't want to join Discord or Dub Club, I hate it. You can become a YouTube member, but you got to become the Hall of Famer member. If you become that, you'll get all the same perks. You just won't get access to the Discord. Sign up. Links down below. Let's talk about our better entry. A reminder, as I talked about at the top of the show, better. Sign up. Code SHOT. Free $10. Plus a $200 bonus, up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. Plus this Justin Jefferson free pick. You could throw it in this little slip. Here's what I'm rolling with. Chuba Hubbard. I like him at 15.5. I don't care. I'd take it. James Conner getting the end zone. He got a receiving one last week. He'll probably get a rushing one. The Panthers' rush defense is terrible. Dak Prescott's pass yards, we already talked about that. And Ja'Marr Chase is probably my favorite touchdown scorer on Sunday. I love him. $20 on that puppy turns to 140. Reminder, code SHOT. Sign up for better. Also a deposit match up to $200. Take advantage of that. As I said at the top of the show, we have a bunch of other videos posted for NFL Sunday. Only one of them live right now when this video drops. That is our one where we go through every single game, give your favorite side or total. We don't skip a single game. There are some nasty games. Patriots, Dolphins, ew. We still give you our favorite pick in each of them. Last year, I was at a 58% clip on my sides and totals. This year, all the way up to 63% in week 1. Check it out. Down here, I will link it when it is live. It's not live yet. Saturday, 6 p.m., our 60-second player prop video. Encourage you to check it out. We'll have a plus 500 play in there, bunch of other stuff. You don't want to miss it. Let's have ourselves a great week 2. Let's keep winning, and I'll see you guys back for Monday Night Football. We got 2 games then. Probably have a separate video for each of those, but don't worry about that. Let's get through Sunday first. I'll see you guys back again in the next one. See you then. Peace. Don't forget, sign up for Betr, sign up for Dub Club. Get those exclusive picks. Don't miss out. Don't leave money on the table, baby. Let's go. It's only $5. Get on in there. All right. Sorry. I'm done promoting things. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.